Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Everyday Work Talk. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Ryan. We are happy you are here.
This podcast is for people who want to improve their English for work or business and feel more confident in everyday conversations.
Yes, here we practice real English for real work situations. And we keep the language clear and easy to understand. No long grammar lessons. Just natural conversations you can use in any job.
Today, we are going to dive into a topic that can be quite stressful for anyone who works in logistics, sales, or management. We are looking at how to ask for faster delivery in English.
Oh, I know that feeling very well. You order a very important piece of equipment for your company, but then the project moves faster than you expected, and suddenly you need that equipment yesterday. It is a classic business emergency.
It really is. And it is not always easy to ask for a favor like that without sounding too demanding or like you are complaining. You have to find a good balance between being firm about your needs and being polite to your partner.
Exactly. You want the person on the other side to help you, so you have to use the right tone and the right vocabulary. By the way, Sarah, did you ever get that new ergonomic office chair you ordered last month?
No, I am still waiting for it, Ryan. I actually called the shipping company yesterday to ask where it is. They told me it is currently sitting in a giant warehouse somewhere in Ohio, and it might not arrive until next week.
That is too funny. You are literally living today's topic. Maybe you should have used some of the phrases we are going to teach today to make them send it faster. I bet you were just too polite on the phone.
I think you are right. I was way too nice. I just said, "Oh, okay, I understand. Thank you." Now my back is really starting to hurt from this old wooden kitchen chair I am using for our recording.
Well, hopefully, after today's episode, both you and our amazing listeners will know exactly what to say to get those packages moving across the country.
I hope so too. It is a very useful skill for anyone who works with international suppliers or local vendors. Listen carefully to the dialogue. We put 4 advanced phrases in the conversation. These are B2 level phrases.
We will explain those phrases in detail and give you new examples after the role play. Try to see if you can hear them while we are acting out the scene.
Now we are going to start our role play. In this situation, I am the senior account manager at a large manufacturing company that supplies industrial building materials.
And I am a project manager for a construction firm. We have a big construction project starting soon, but we realized we don't have enough specialized steel beams for the foundation. I need to call Sarah and ask for a miracle.
Hi, Ryan. It is good to hear from you. How is the new shopping mall project in Chicago coming along? I heard from your colleagues that you guys started digging the foundation last week.
Hi, Sarah. Yes, we are moving much faster than we planned, but that is actually why I'm calling you today. We ran into a bit of a scheduling change with our heavy machinery contractors.
Oh, I see. Does that mean you need to change the delivery dates for the specialized steel we discussed in our last meeting?
Well, to be honest, we really need to bring forward the delivery on that last order of steel beams. We originally said the 20th of the month, but we really need them on site by this Friday morning.
This Friday? Ryan, that is only 3 days away. Our production schedule for this week is completely full, and all our heavy trucks are already booked for other clients in different states.
I know it is a lot to ask, and I really apologize for making this request at short notice. But if we don't get those beams, the whole construction site will have to stop working for a full week.
That sounds like a very difficult situation for your team. I want to help you, but I have to talk to the warehouse manager first. I'm not even sure if the steel has been cut to your specific measurements yet.
I would really appreciate it if you could check with them right away. We are really in a bind because the city inspectors are coming on Monday, and if the foundation isn't ready, we might lose our permit.
Oh, wow, that is serious. I didn't realize the inspectors were coming so soon. Let me call the production team right now. If the beams are ready, I might be able to find a private delivery driver to get them to you by Friday.
Thank you so much, Sarah. I know it is extra work for you, but if you can go the extra mile for us this time, I will make sure our next 3 orders are placed well in advance.
I appreciate that, Ryan. I know you are a loyal customer and we want this project to be a success. Let me see what I can do and I will call you back in 30 minutes.
That sounds great. I will be sitting right by my phone waiting for your call. I really hope we can make this happen.
I will do my best. Talk to you soon, Ryan.
Phew! I felt the stress in that conversation, even though it was just a role play. Negotiating with suppliers when you are in a rush is always a little bit intense, isn't it?
It really is. But you did a great job. You were professional and you explained exactly why you needed the help. I think that is the secret to a good negotiation. Wow, we used some really high-level expressions there.
We certainly did. Let's go through those 4 B2 phrases now. They are perfect for these kinds of urgent work discussions. Sarah, what was the first one we used?
The first phrase was bring forward. Ryan used this when he asked to move the delivery date to an earlier time.
Yes, in a business context, to bring forward means to change the date or time of an event or a delivery so that it happens sooner than originally planned.
It is the opposite of postpone or put off. For example, you could say, the CEO is leaving for a trip on Friday, so we need to bring forward our weekly meeting to Thursday morning.
Exactly. It sounds very professional. Our second phrase was at short notice. You apologized to Sarah for making such a big request at short notice.
This is a very important one. If you do something at short notice, it means you are doing it with very little time to prepare, or with very little warning given to the other person.
It is a great phrase to use when you are asking for a favor. It shows that you understand that you are making things difficult for them.
A good example would be, I am very sorry to ask you to work this weekend at short notice, but we have a major deadline on Monday that we cannot miss.
Right. It makes the request sound much more polite. The third phrase was in a bind. I told Sarah that my company was in a bind because of the city inspectors.
This is a very common American idiom. To be in a bind means to be in a very difficult or complicated situation where it is hard to find a solution.
It is like being caught in a trap. You use it when you are under a lot of pressure. For instance, we are really in a bind because our main developer just quit, and we have to finish the app by next week.
It is a very expressive way to describe a problem. And finally, the fourth phrase was go the extra mile. Ryan asked me to go the extra mile to help his company.
This phrase is used all over the business world. To go the extra mile means to do more than what is expected of you, or to make a special effort to help someone, or to finish a task perfectly.
It is a very positive thing. You can say, our customer service team always tries to go the extra mile to make sure every client is happy with their purchase.
It shows a great work ethic. So, to summarize our 4 B2 phrases. First, bring forward means to move an event to an earlier time.
Second, at short notice means doing something with very little time to prepare.
Third, in a bind means being in a very difficult situation with a lot of pressure.
And fourth, go the extra mile means to make a special effort to do more than what is required.
I think those 4 phrases are a fantastic addition to anyone's professional vocabulary. If you use them correctly, your boss and your clients will be very impressed.
I really think these phrases will help our listeners feel more confident in those high-pressure moments at work. It is all about having the right tools in your communication box.
I agree. It makes such a big difference when you can explain your situation clearly and professionally. It helps the other person empathize with your problem.
It really does. And usually, if you are polite and you use these kinds of professional terms, people are much more likely to want to help you out and find a solution.
That has definitely been my experience in the business world. Well, Sarah, I think we have covered a lot of ground today. I hope our listeners found this lesson useful for their careers.
I hope so too. But before we finish the episode, we really want to hear from our listeners. We have a couple of questions for you to answer in the comments.
Yes! First question. Have you ever had to ask a supplier or a coworker for a big favor at short notice? How did you handle the conversation? And did they help you?
And the second question, can you try to write a sentence using the phrase, "go the extra mile," about someone you know at your job? We would love to see your examples.
We also want to know if there are any other topics you want us to cover. Maybe you want to learn about how to ask for a raise or how to lead a remote team?
Please write all your ideas and answers in the comments section on YouTube. We check them every single day, and we love interacting with this amazing community of learners.
Also, if you enjoyed today's lesson, please hit the like button and subscribe to Everyday Work Talk. Your support helps us keep creating these free lessons for everyone.
And don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss our episode tomorrow. We will be talking about how to handle a mistake at work and how to apologize professionally.
Oh, that is a big one. Everyone makes mistakes, but knowing how to talk about them without sounding unprofessional is a very important skill to have.
You definitely don't want to miss that. It is going to be a very helpful and practical conversation for anyone who works in an office.
Thank you all so much for spending your time with us today. We know you are busy, and we are glad you chose to study English with us.
Keep practicing, stay positive, and don't be afraid to use these new phrases in your next meeting. You are doing a great job.
Have a productive and wonderful day at work, everyone. We look forward to seeing you in the next episode.
Bye-bye!
Goodbye.